Hey guys, John here with laptop screen install guide for Samsung NP series. Now this is also the part number of this screen is LTN156AT19, so you'll find many similar laptops will have the same type of instruction guide. Now first things first, the first thing you need to do is remove the battery, and that's at the bottom. Okay, so also if you're not too sure what model your Samsung is, okay, what you can do is, and I'll just click that back in. You'll see that it's located on the sticker at the bottom, and it'll say model code or model number, something similar to that, depending on your brand. Okay, so in this situation, we've taken the battery out. Okay, and we've got a broken screen. This screen isn't broken, but I'm still going to show you how to do the steps. Now, we have to ensure that we've got the tools, and for this laptop you only need one tool, and that is a Phillips head screwdriver. You can use a separating tool, but with this it's easier to use your hands, and I'll show you what I mean. So what we need to do is take the bezel off. Okay? For the Samsung NP series, you don't have any screws that you need to take off at the front. Some other brand laptops, you have to take these little caps off and remove the screws with a Phillips head screwdriver. But with the Samsung you don't. So then what you do is, you just take the bezel off. So you get your fingers, you put them in the side like this, and then you pull up, and you'll hear a cracking sound, almost like the plastic's breaking, but it's not. It's actually a good sound that if you're hearing it. So you pull up, as you can hear, and you keep on going all the way around. Okay, so it might feel very hard to do, and you might think, oh no, you're breaking it, but most of the time you're fine. I'm trying to get this in the side of the camera, so it's going to be a bit awkward for me. Okay, so you just lift that off. Okay, work your way around. Work your way around slowly. Some of them are very hard to get off. I'm just going to pull this one up a bit like this. So you need to use two hands. Don't use one, use two together with the harder ones, because some of these hooks here are fairly big that attach to the bezel. So two hands again, and once you use two hands it's fairly easy, and you get to the bottom part now. Now this bottom part, it's fairly easy, but it can be tricky for some people. You still got to go around with your hands. There could be adhesive sticks, so get like a blade or something and slowly move through there to undo the glue there. And you keep on pulling, as I've been showing you before, pulling across. Okay, now you've got these two hinge covers that are attached to the bezel. You've got to sort of jimmy it out. Like I usually put this at more of a right angle, and find that eventually they just, with a bit of persistence, this could take up to 5 minutes if you haven't done it before. There we go. And this is already coming off, and it lifts off. So when you're pulling it out, don't try to pull it forward then out. Try to pull it vertical like that. Okay, so that's done. Now we're at the easy part, removing the screen. With this Samsung model, there's only 4 screws you need to remove. You've got these two top ones here with a Phillips head, and 2 here. You'll see that there's some other screws there for the hinges. Don't touch them. So start with the bottom. It's the third on the left, and I'll try and bring it close to the camera there. Third on the left there. Okay, so you unscrew that. If you've got a magnetic screwdriver, you can pick up the screws. Make sure you put the screws all in one location. There's only 4 screws for this model. So you just undo everything here like that. Really easy. As I said, it is a bit awkward as I'm trying not to get in the view of the camera, so if I look a bit uncoordinated doing this, it's just I'm trying not to get in your way there. So we really don't need to zoom on this, as I'm just unscrewing Phillips head screws. This is pretty standard, most people have done it. and buying a screen from portabledeviceparts.com, you'll get a free screwdriver and separator tool. Okay, so now that's done, we've got our 4 screws out. This is the easy part. We simply get the top of the LCD screen, just find where your fingers fit, and you slowly separate it. And then fold it down like this, okay? Just on your keyboard. Now, you're going to see that on here is the part number, which is LTN156AT19. Okay, this is not a standard 15.6, this is the more of the slimline type ones. And you've got a connector right at the bottom. Now what we need to do is obviously remove that connector, take the old screen out, and then connect the new one in. This is what the connector looks like. Oopsies. This is what the connector looks like, as you can see. Fairly standard type connector for an LED. There's some adhesive stick, so what we need to do is remove that adhesive stick all the way down. Oh, there we go, this fell out pretty easy. But in most cases it won't. Okay, so what you need to do is pull it all the way down the adhesive stick, then slide out the cable connector. Remove the old broken panel. Get a new one. Obviously this is the same one because it's not broken, but just for demonstration purposes I've taken it off. And then we just connect the connector again. Now you've got to make sure that you connect everything flush. If you don't, it's not going to work. You might get a blank screen, you might get a white screen or grey screen. It won't damage the actual laptop, but the screen won't work. So plug everything together, tape it up. Okay. Make sure if it's not sticking, that tape, as it is a bit old, just get some other tape and put it on. As long as it's fine for electrical equipment, you should be fine. But it can't move. You don't want it to be moving, because when you do install it, a micromillimeter of movement on that connector will interfere with the screen actually working. So we put that together like that. We flip it back up, and now we just do the reverse of what we originally did. So it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. This is a 10-minute fix for most people. It's a very easy thing to do on a laptop, replace a screen. Most of them are even easier, the standard 15.6 screens. Apple's are a bit harder, so just be wary when you do that and just look at all the other instruction guides now. I'm trying not to get in the way here, so this is why it is looking a bit awkward. And you just put the Phillips head back in place. I'm actually left-handed, that's why it does look a bit strange that I can't put a simple screw in. So there we go. Putting this one in up here. And please subscribe to the channel, because I will be having more tips on how to take care of certain devices, how to change iPhone screens, how to repair most of the household devices that that can be expensive if you do take it to a technician. So by all means, please subscribe and like this video if you do like it. And the last screw. You can fast forward through this. This is just putting screws on. And then when you put the bezel on, it's the same as reverse before. Okay, so make sure you hold the back there so that you don't put any strain on the hinges. You don't want to be damaging your hinges or stretching it, bending, sorry, the metal. Okay, so here's your bezel again. Once again, you might have to jimmy it on a bit. Just make sure these click first, these bottom parts here, and then click, click. You'll hear all the way around. And really, you do this a few times, you can literally do it with your eyes closed. This just clicked together. You'll see that, make sure everything under there is flush. If it's not, it's just something hasn't clicked on properly. So especially the bottom, that won't be flush, and what you need to do is just put one hand behind the back and then push together. And if that doesn't work, try doing it this way. There we go, as you can see there's a bit of separation there, so click there. And then try doing it through underneath. Okay, so you're not going to be able to probably see it because I'm trying to get my hands under there. There we go. And that's as good as done. And you should have a working laptop screen when you turn it on. And just dispose of the old laptop screen to e-waste or whatever method you prefer. Okay, and that's done. So thank you for watching. Please like this video. If you've got any questions, just drop a comment, and you can get this laptop screen from portabledeviceparts.com. Thank you. Bye.